Hey, y'all.
Hey!
Happy Thursday.
Oh,
Happy Pre-Friday.
Pre-Friday.
Yes.
Welcome to Backcountry Couples.
Episode 40.
42. What?
Halfway to 84.
Unbelievable.
That's for season 2.
But the end of season 1. So that's
it sounds like so bummer killer.
It's not a bum. It's not like a buzz killer or anything like that. It's one of those things. It's just like it is what it is, and it's been great fun this season. Because it hasn't been like a full year, which is I don't think we could handle a full year, to be honest with you.
Pretty darn close,
right? We started kind of a soft launch in June of last year.
When was our first one? June what?
I don't remember. I think it was just the middle of June, and we reached out to Miyagi and Trips and said, "Hey, you want to come chat with us? For 5 hours."
That was on a Thursday,
right? So, anyways, I'm Colleen.
I'm Johnny.
Yeah. So, welcome to the Keel Quest.
The Cool Quest.
It is. Who are we?
The cool kids.
Yeah, we are.
Just have swag here.
Right, exactly. So excited. Thanks everybody for sharing out this week's episode. Yes. And every week that you do. I mean, it's really awesome that you spend the time to do that with us. If you had an opportunity, last week was
episode 41.
Yeah, it was. It was Jake and Eleni from Pine River Paddle Sports Center. Mm-hmm. I got that rolling
3 times
off my tongue with no problem. So that actually worked out pretty.
Say toy boat.
I'm not saying toy boat, so get out of here. Anyways, they were lovely. They were amazing. If you get up to Michigan, we have put that on your bucket list. A little Pine River.
I want to do the winter. I want to do the winter paddle.
That's right. I was going to say that. So obviously they do, kayaking, canoeing throughout the summer where you can disperse camp. But they also have the
they do have a campground too.
Winter rafting, which I think
winter rafting. Wescoey Rabbit. Saw that one coming.
Right, exactly. So yeah, check out the rewind on that. And it was Memorial Day weekend last weekend.
It was.
So hopefully everybody enjoyed
America's long weekend.
It was, yeah. I mean, I double dip. I get 2 in a row. It's very exciting.
No, you don't.
I do get 2 in a row.
You don't.
I do.
You didn't go over there.
I get Queen Victoria's Day and then I get Memorial Day. I get double dip.
It don't fly.
My book, it does. Anyways, hope you had a great weekend. I know that some people in the chat, we saw you're up to tangent trails. I mean, you're out and about still. You're I think you're in the South Carolina.
We want to say hi to Mad Hippies that can't be here tonight.
Yeah, they just texted and said they couldn't join us tonight, which is too bad. They'll be sadly missed.
But they'll watch the rerun, of course.
I think a fun Instagram to go check out would be Outside Comfort Zone and Girl Plus Dog. They took 4 puppies on an adventure on a boat. It was like planes.
Did they take the puppies or did the puppies take them?
I don't know. It was like planes, trains, and automobiles without the planes, I think. I don't know. There was stuff going on with those guys. So anyways, I think, yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Oh,
so yeah.
That box said he's going to be out and about.
Yes, that is correct. Anyways, we had a nice weekend. We got to adventure with our friends, right? Dana Rose from Blue Water
Overland.
Yeah, so that was really fun.
We went up to the UP. So
did a bit of a tour. And I feel like the tour that we did would be really, I would share that with everybody. I mean, kind of where we stayed and stuff like that. We just stayed the Two Hearted. But we dispersed camp. We did a bit of, overlanding to get there, which was beautiful.
Going out to the Two Hearted was like really cool.
It was gorgeous.
I mean, it was desolate.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the it was 2012. They had a huge forest fire out there.
There was a burn. Yeah.
And it was like barren wasteland, but everything was growing back up.
It was so it's pretty cool.
It's not very tall.
Right.
So, but yeah. Anyways, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And we went to, if you're a lighthouse hunter, which people are, like they love lighthouse. We went to this called Crisp Point Lighthouse. Mm-hmm. It's a bit of a 6.5 mile kind of dirt road to get there.
7 to 8. And I think
it doesn't really matter, right? But anyway, so that was really, really cool. And check out the Instagram, right?
Right.
On that.
You get to go up it.
We did.
And you go up to
and around. So that was really amazing. That was really, really awesome. And then we went to Autrain, Rapid River. We got to actually go see a couple of properties in the meantime there too. So we will share that with you.
On Camp Keel off-grid.
Yes. So that's exciting. And this is exciting because this is it. This is the end of season 1, like we said before. So
dun, dun, dun.
Let's just say hi to everybody in the chat first. And then we'll.
But first.
Oh, what do you got?
But first.
What are we doing?
We have to thank our sponsor as always.
Oh, we want to go that route first. Okay, hi.
Over here.
Okay. Well, then let's do this first then. Are you ready?
No.
Yeah.
We're going to do that last.
Okay.
But we like to thank our sponsor, Mick for sponsoring the show and giving all of our guests their own personal little Mick prize. It's not a prize package. It's a guest package.
It's a participation kind of gift. So when we had the idea of starting Backcountry Couples, it was obviously the concept was, chatting with like-minded couples. We'd already had this great rapport with Mick, and we reached out to Patrick and said, hey, this is our idea, this is our concept kind of thing, what are your thoughts? And I said, it'd be really nice to give, a couple of Mickwicks away or whatever you want to do. And then he came up with this whole little package, his whole little spiel in the back. This is thank you for participating in Backcountry Couples live stream by KeelQuest, presented by Mick All Natural Fire Starters. Mm-hmm. And it just says, please accept this small gift as a token of our appreciation. So they went above and beyond to put these together on our behalf. Above. So thank you for that. And I know it's been amazing to we've shared it with 41 couples already. So we're sharing some Mick love, which is really awesome. And we love the product, which is cool.
And we used it this past weekend.
We did. It was a Mickey Wiki weekend all weekend.
A Mickey Wiki weekend?
Right?
Wiki.
Right? Exactly. So
you should go hang out with Snackbox.
Do you want to do this first, or do you want to do chat first? What do you want to do, honey?
Well, I guess we'll just keep on with the flow. We'll go with this.
Let's do this. So, in celebration, right, of the end of season 1.
Why do you say the end? It seems like it's like
it doesn't. It's not definitive. It just means it's just the end of a chapter, right? It's not a big deal. Anyways, so Mick graciously gave us some stuff to give away, which is awesome. So
we'll start off with stickers.
Yeah.
You guys get stickers.
Everybody loves stickers. Everybody loves the sticker game here. Like, it's just amazing.
Ask
Love
any
it.
Subi guy.
Yeah, that's true too. And then there's
girl.
Right. Right.
So with our prize package today for at the end of the show, not everybody. Let me rephrase that. The winner will get, of course, Mick stickers. Yep. You'll get a nice little jar of singles. I don't know how many's in this one.
Yeah, I think they're just nicely stuffed.
There's quite a few. We'll just say that.
And then we got the little pouch as well. So this is really nice to kind of stuff in your car, right?
Yep. It comes in with a fresh lock seal.
It's a fresh lock.
It's better than Tupperware. I'm just telling you right now.
All right. And then we do have a couple of Mick t-shirts as well. We have a few sizes in house. So the winner will have some options, and we have a couple colors. So we have that. I
have I'm wearing right now is the charcoal.
Yep. And then this is blue, right?
Blue.
And then also
there's more.
Do a little bit of KK swag, right? So stickers as well.
That K was sideways.
Was it? And then you have your choice of either a
trucker cap, KeelQuest trucker cap with snapback,
or a toque, a KeelQuest toque.
It's called a skull cap,
aka beanie, aka skull cap, but we'll just call it a toque, everybody.
We're gonna call it a skull cap.
Sure,
you're in America.
So that's lovely that Patrick and his team that get to do that for us. It was amazing.
Totally.
So let's say hi to everybody, but wait a minute. Let's show the little Mick video. Can we do that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's show the Mick video. And I don't know if everyone's seen it yet. I love this video.
Cinematography is off the chain.
They do.
Okay, here we go.
A great job.
And run it.
Love it.
Love it.
So actually, one thing when we were up north, though, it was Smokey the Bear said it was a low fire. So we were lucky that way. But when we were leaving, it was high due to the winds. So hopefully everybody adhered to that.
True that.
Right.
So, whoops.
Whoop.
Clicked on the wrong button. Sorry. Anyways, yes, if you would like some more of those, if you are not the winner tonight, okay, head over to mickwickfires.com.
Yes.
And make sure you use the word KeelQuest.
Yes.
And to get your 15% off.
Yes.
Any of the swag and of course all the products that they have on their website. So, anyways, without further ado, all right,
let's say hi to everybody. Let's see who's all in the house here. We've had a few people come and go,
quick.
And we know some that couldn't join us because they had said that already.
I am controlling all the electronics here. Just sit tight.
Join the ride, everybody. Join the ride.
All Terrain, he is first in the chat.
Yay!
Tangent Trails, Snack Box.
Beautiful. Hello.
Mr. Joke Man himself.
Mr. Joke Man.
My mom. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom. That's fine.
Who else do we have? Oh, Hike with Mike.
Mike, how's Florida doing down there?
Oh, Waterborne Camper. Hey, you guys.
Hi, Corey.
Let's see. Everybody's still chatting.
I love it. He's going through the chat here. That's why.
And let's see. Oh, Doc Watson's here.
Doc, I'm just going to put it right in the envelope and I'm just going to send it right to you, okay?
No, he wins the 12 days of Christmas stuff.
He wins like everything.
He does win a lot.
It's crazy.
We'll just say that.
Oh my gosh. It's so good. So
Tony
good.
and Jamie Adventures.
Oh, stop it. Hi.
And the Ontario Camping Couple.
Wow.
Hi guys.
Hi. Welcome back from your trip.
How's the tooth doing?
Oh yeah, Rob and Sabrina on some crazy. They've been wild, absolutely wild. So
and the brothers are here.
And who else is here?
The brothers.
Oh hey, hi Chris and friends. That's nice. So welcome everybody. I'm excited. We're both excited. Episode 42. 42. And again, we've got like
that way.
Eating it backwards. I don't know. Yeah. So what is hang on, Doc says, if I'm picked, feel free to pick again. I have plenty of McBooks from Christmas. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
That's awesome.
All right, on with the show, my dear.
Yes. So welcome again, and let's do it. So our backcountry couple tonight hails from Indiana and love the outdoors. Together, they have spent most of their free time enjoying everything nature has to offer. They started off camping in the classic Sears tent and have evolved through camping setups. Now overlanding and hiking the beautiful USA. I love this quote that they have. It says, "Life is short, the world is beautiful. Get out, explore, discover, and enjoy." Amazing.
Perfect.
So welcome from Misplaced, Overland, Justin and Michelle.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Yay! Welcome.
Thanks so much for coming on the show tonight.
Well, thanks for the invite.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's totally our pleasure.
Exactly. And first off, we want to say thank you for the patch. We got it.
Fantastic.
It's up and in the Subaru.
It's in the Subi.
Yeah, it's in the Subi. We are all good.
Jack's roof's got to be getting pretty full by now, right?
He has limited space because we have a sunroof.
We have a sunroof, so it's kind of like edges, you know what I mean?
So we're going along the sides.
That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah.
So how you guys been?
We've been great.
It's been over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've missed out on some winter camping, I think.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, the one winter camping that lasted a whole day.
Oh, the last one, yeah, right.
I think we were okay on missing out on that one. I heard that was.
Oh yeah, that one you did not need to participate in at all. Nobody did. It was crazy.
Not even the host showed up. It was
not yet. The host didn't even show up. That is true. That is true.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, huh?
I don't know. We're not naming any names, right, Jeremy?
No.
We love him.
No names, Jeremy.
I know. But we do love to always say how we got to know you, and it was on an organized, kind of overlanding trip to a location up in the Huron-Manistee National Forest, I think, right?
Yep.
Up near Cadillac.
Yep.
That's where that one was, and yeah, you guys were there, and that was our first time like doing anything like that and meeting everybody, and
it was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun, and it was cool. to see everyone's different like setups and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Which was all different. And yeah, it was super, super awesome. What's going on? Did the mic just drop?
It's just dropping.
He's gonna just drop the mic. I'm gonna fix this.
Oh my God. I feel like it's like a radio show now, honey.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on? I'm jinxing it. That's hilarious. Oh my God. But yeah, but that was the first time that we totally, you know, got to meet people in that kind of, you know, setting and stuff like that. And it was so lovely, like honestly. So how did you guys meet and how did you get together?
Go ahead. I'll let you answer that one.
Well, I was 15 and he was 17, just 17.
Yeah.
And I was at high school. We weren't even at the same school, and it was a dance. And we met there. I mean, I really weren't interested in either of us. I mean, he was interested. I was not interested. But he was persistent. So a week later, 2 weeks later, I don't know. He was persistent, and I guess I gave in and went out on a date, and the rest was history.
And there you go. Holy moly. Is that the same story you were going to say, Justin, or what?
What's that?
Is that going to be the same story too?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I was definitely interested, but I didn't have a whole lot to offer.
She's lovely.
I was driving an old Ford pickup truck that didn't have any heat, so I had a lot to offer. So, and in the middle of winter in Michigan, there's not a whole lot to, you take someone in the movies and no heat, what are you going to do? So, but if they stick with you, yeah, I mean, that's a good tactic, honestly, I mean.
Yeah, he was an Indian.
Sorry, the truck doesn't have any heat, but I do have one blanket we can share.
That actually is a pretty good story. I like that.
I might try them.
You gonna try that?
Yeah.
You don't need to turn the heat off, honey. Oh my God.
We were winter camping before we knew what winter camping was, I think.
Oh. Right before it was cool, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Were you guys both outdoorsy growing up?
I mean, I was raised on a farm and camping.
Oh.
I've camped my whole life and been up north in the North Woods. I'm from Michigan. So, I mean, he was camping, but in a different environment, but camped in tents. I camped in tents and truck campers, and we were always at Silver Lake Sand Dunes.
Oh,
My parents had dune buggy since I've been babies. So we've always camped and did that as our family thing. And so then when we met, he started going to the dunes with us. And then we got four-wheelers and started going out, and that's where the Sears tent came. We would go every weekend when we were in high school. We'd get out on Friday. We'd pack up a little cooler and grab a tent, and it was cheap. We'd go up, camp in a tent up there in Baldwin, and go ride four-wheelers. So it was cheap weekend for us.
Heck yeah.
That is really cool. Where are you from in Michigan here then?
I'm just from Sturgis, Michigan, so right here in St. Joe County, right here at the I mean, we're a town apart, but just across the line.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I kind of grew up in a fish and wildlife area. So basically, my back door was a fish and wildlife area. So we spent our summers riding a bike to the river and fishing and camping and hunting and. So canoeing and just spent time in the water, So it was always outdoors. We were always outdoors. So that's just what we enjoyed doing. So
awesome. Love it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But you were also into kind of overlanding a little bit too, like before you'd even start, like before overlanding
No, I don't think either one of us were. I mean,
no. Well, how can you explain this picture?
Then what's this?
That was our first buy, and you know what? We had our son, and he liked going out and doing stuff, and then actually, I take that back. We had four-wheelers. We kept riding four-wheelers.
Okay.
We tried. I was 9 months pregnant. We were still riding four-wheelers on the
Oh my God.
I was adamant. We rode, and then we had our son, and he was on his first birthday. He's standing up on his seat on his handlebars trying to ride his four-wheeler. He came out on two wheels, I said.
I'm not shocked.
Oh my gosh.
He loved riding four-wheelers. And then we tried, he was 9 months old and we were up north on a trail, and we got ticketed all the way by Black Lake, just south of the bridge. Okay. We got ticketed because I put a car seat on the back of my 400EX, and we were bummed and we were riding with older people, and we were really safe about it. And so we thought, okay, this is probably the end of riding four-wheelers with kids. So we need to think of something different until we get through that spurt of life. And so we bought a Jeep and figured, okay, if we're going to have another kid, then this is the avenue we're going to have to go for a while. So,
right.
I would have loved to see a picture of that car seat on the back of a 400.
We've got several. I'll have to,
we'll share one. Yeah,
I even bungeed his helmet to the car seat so his head wouldn't fall forward.
Oh my God.
I was trying to be safe.
I love it.
Safety first.
I didn't see the problem with it.
Oh my God.
He was happy. We were happy. The law officer did not like it.
Oh my God.
I would say, can you prove that on paper?
I know, right?
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. So you guys live in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We really haven't had an opportunity to explore.
It's really boring. Just drive through it. You drive through it.
You have the Hoosier National Forest down there.
So the Hoosier, we've been down there. We've explored a little bit of that. The Hoosier is really great, but you have to kind of almost get all the way down to the Ohio River Valley.
Okay.
You get down in that area, there's quite a little bit to explore down there, and we haven't done a lot.
Okay.
I guess for us, because we're from northern Indiana, Michigan's just got such a great mecca of places to explore.
Right
we just don't get to southern Indiana, because if I'm gonna stretch out and say I'm going to drive 4 or 5 hours, I'm just going to go to Michigan. Now, if you live in southern Indiana, I mean, obviously you're going to stay down there and you're going to explore. I know a lot of people are going to enjoy that, so it is worth it. It is worth going down. There's a lot of beautiful lakes and streams and rivers, and
it
gets hilly.
We were in Brown County about a month ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brown County is beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we did some mountain biking. It's
beautiful.
Nice. So it is worth it. But Michigan's really pretty too. There's a lot to offer up there. So
yeah.
The because I know the other thing that came up was a Charles C. Dean Wilderness or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So a few people we've chatted said you guys got to go down to Indiana and check that out.
Yeah. And for you guys, I mean, even for us, I mean, we do a lot of day hiking, but for someone who loves to do hiking and camping, the Charles Dean Wilderness area, that is amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it's a great area to do hikes and do some camping along the way. So it'd be worth checking out someday.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
That's cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
So when we first met you guys, you have the Toyota. That's my Canadian accent, everybody.
No way.
Right. So it was the Toyota Tundra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had a rooftop tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
On the bed rack.
On the bed rack.
Yeah.
And then
I think we have a picture of that.
And then this is like we had like no clue on like a setup and how to get things going and whatever. And you guys had like everything. Like yours even has like dually ladders. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so why did you go with this setup?
So essentially what we did is we early on when we started kind of camping with the kids, we had bought like most people, we bought a fold down camper, like a pop-up camper. And we could remember, we just loved the tent. We loved the tent aspect. So when we kind of went through the RV kind of phase of that, raising the kids and doing the campground thing and just enjoying that, once we decided we weren't going to do that anymore, we wanted to go back to a tent. And I didn't really want to pull a trailer. So once we discovered the rooftop tent idea some years ago, I said, that's what we want to do. We absolutely want to do that because I love the open air of a tent.
Right. Agreed.
And I know that so we have a ground tent. We have a couple ground tents that we like to use also, but I wanted to explore the idea of a rooftop tent, and we absolutely love the rooftop tent.
Right.
It got a little cumbersome to set up and tear down, but once we got used to it, it was a blast. We enjoyed it.
What particular model are we looking at right here?
So that's actually a high-vis Overland rooftop tent. I think that's manufactured in South Carolina. I think that's actually
really big.
It is. I remember
it
looking in there.
I think we got the biggest one they made because we knew we were going to put more than just myself and my husband, and we took my daughter or my son, whoever wanted to go. My daughter, we bought it knowing my daughter was going to go with us on an adventure to Colorado. So we were getting it for a specific trip, and so we made sure it was big enough for all of us.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I remember we did a little video of you guys around it as well. And then you just mentioned that you guys actually that was one of your first like big trips that you did you went to Colorado.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Like
come
on.
That was a very fun trip. And that was our first one where it was a 3-4 week, we decided, let's go to Colorado because it was COVID season, everything shut down. Fair was, my daughter was in 4-H and they decided to cancel fair, and it was September. Like, why sit here? Let's go.
Right on.
Threw it together at the last minute and took off. We didn't have to make reservations anywhere. You're in the backwoods. Go.
Right. How long was that trip?
It was 10 days. Yeah. We just took off. Yeah, drove straight out there. I think we took one night out and one night back just for a little rest. But once we got out there, we were camped every night out there.
So this was at the end of August, 1st of September. So I had planned a couple different routes, but they were rerouted because of some wildfires, and so we ended up in down just north of Durango area in the San Juan Mountains, which are beautiful, but I didn't really want to be in that area, and it's not because it's not beautiful, but it's typically a really busy area, especially considering we were going to be close to Labor Day weekend. But believe it or not, it wasn't as busy as we were kind of thinking.
No, it was absolutely perfect.
We ended up on a trail that was 40 miles of uninterrupted. So there was nothing but 40 miles. Once you start, it's 40 miles from one end to the other. There's nothing that really interrupts it at all. There's just a couple little spurs. We camped along that trail for a couple days, right? I think we spent one night, so it took us 2 days to get down that. We camped right along the edge of the river. And it was stunning. The other picture was actually along the edge of a highway. I discovered this hot springs, and I think Michelle thought I was crazy. We pulled alongside of a highway, and I said, "There's hot springs," and we hiked basically straight up hill to get up there. And there was another couple up there, and "Are you decent?" They yelled back, "Yes."
That was a good call.
Yeah. So we trekked over to it, and we just sat there, and it was, you could just barely see the edge of the highway, but it was just absolutely beautiful. But at the end of that week, and just about that time that we were sitting in that hot springs, it started to snow, and it didn't stop for 2 days. It didn't, and we ended up with, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 12 inches of snow.
Wow.
And this is the end of August, 1st of September.
We left Denver with 90 some degrees, almost 100. We took clothes for winter and summer.
Oh yeah.
We might get both of high elevations, and then we were in the mountains, and then they told us you're gonna have to come down some because there was a winter storm warning, was what they were expecting. So we were kind of bummed. So we came down into Ouray and got actually a hotel or a lodge room for the night with natural springs. So we thought, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna get something with a spring and enjoy it and kind of regroup and wash clothes and just kind of chill for a night. So that's what we did, and it didn't really get bad in town. But then we kind of went to the one campground, and it was kind of neat because some of those people they were hunkering down. They didn't care. They were going to stay. But we knew we had to go home, so we didn't want to get stuck in a position, and do that. So it was beautiful, though, to see the winter-like weather and then have summer weather, and it was beautiful. Like, it was gorgeous.
Colorado's on the list.
Yeah.
That kind of ruined us because we just took a trip here last week. We just got home on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we made sure we took a day or two to get through Colorado. And when we went through there quickly to get through, and then on our way home, we took extra time to come back through. And it still has our heart. Like, it is gorgeous. There's no bad time in Colorado. Yeah.
That's what we hear. It's we have a couple friends out there. They want us to come hiking with them.
And it's we gotta plan something.
Yeah.
And
you see all the pictures. It's really, really beautiful.
It's crazy,
out there.
exactly.
Yeah.
So Michelle, you have a Jeep,
hold
right?
on.
What?
Hey, we have a question in the chat.
Oh, there's a question.
Yeah. So the Ontario camping couple were asking, have you guys ever been to Canada for any adventures?
No, it is on our list. I want to go there so bad, but I just don't know what it is like to get back and forth right now from the border.
It's fine.
Super easy.
So we've made the discussion a couple of years ago to actually what we'd like to do, and I've routed it out. We really want to see the Montana national parks, and we want to see parts of Montana. And to do that, we really wanted to be able to go from there all the way up into Banff, and then and so into that part of Canada. So we've been to Canada and we've seen parts of Canada, but I'd really like to see those parts of Canada. So definitely adventure there.
Yeah, so I didn't want to go over to Glacier or anything like that until I knew I could hit both. Like if I'm that close, I want to go up into Canada and do like a big swoop and take extra time to do it. So, but I didn't want to have to go through any hassle with border or anything like that. So we kind of been waiting it out to see how that all worked out. So if it's good, then
it's getting better.
Oh,
good.
Well, if you're going to be up that way, take a little extra time and the timer right. You can go to the Calgary Stampede. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I guess
we know who to get the information from, correct? And maybe tour guide one day, right?
Yes. So I was going to say, you have a Jeep.
Yes.
Right. I mean, I remember you talking about your Jeep at that winter camp and stuff like that. And then
I think we have a picture of that.
But you guys did another type of setup and travel and whatever this time with your Jeep, right? Like you guys wanted to go on another adventure.
There it is.
And it was this time with a teardrop.
We did that one on our own in Memorial last year. We did that in the UP actually. That was just I didn't want to leave my Jeep out of the picture. I mean, like, of course, it's my everyday driver. I love taking the top off and driving it, but I also wanted to have some fun with it. So we took and rented a teardrop because. So
you rented it, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, we've talked about owning one, but it's just like time of using everything, and it's like if you own it, how many times a year are we going to get to actually use it? So we rented this from it was a wonderful company just to try it out, and we loved it. We absolutely loved it. Had a blast with it, but we also we just went with Jeremy this last fall with the Jeep and did tent camping too. So we have a setup for it to go tent camping too. So I use it both ways. So, but that was a blast. That camping right there. That was.
And then where did you all go in Michigan?
So we had never been. We've been to the UP, but most of the time when we go to the eastern edge. We go over by Drummond. So we rarely get close to the western part. So we didn't quite make it that far, but we made more to the central. So we kind of made it up by Munising area. We get up in that particular area. And I mean, we like you guys, we enjoy a little hiking. So, and we have to have a bit of a destination when we go. So I found every waterfall in the Munising area and said, we have to visit them all. So we, and this particular trip, we took some family with us and camped with them, and they had littles, and I wanted to make the trip easy enough for where they could go with us, and we had a blast. The girls, the little girls that we took, they every day to go.
The video,
and so they just loved it. They just absolutely loved it, going with us every day to go do the hikes to the waterfalls, and so that's what we did. Every day we would go to a couple waterfalls and do the hiking, and
Kitchikinnippi, is that?
We go to the big springs up there.
We did that on our way home.
Yeah. So had a blast. So.
Yeah, we have not been there yet. It's on the list.
It's really pretty.
It's beautiful. I mean, we've never been either, and it's just stunning. So,
right?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Like it doesn't even look real.
It doesn't. And it's even more impressive in person.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm trying to think what's the temperature is. It stays a consistent, like it's just above freezing.
Yeah. You can go
pretty
because you can't swim in it, right?
Sure you can.
No, I don't think you can.
Not right there. I don't think you can right there at where the little float boat or whatever you call the thing.
Yeah.
You can't right there.
Just
so I don't
get caught.
I see John and challenge is going on. I can see that he's going to be the one jumping in, and Colleen, you're out.
I know, right?
Hey, if people could jump on a football field and just run through this thing, I can jump in a.
Oh no!
Come on, I gotta keep my eye on you. Jeez, I tell you.
Oh no!
Oh. Did you ever use our maps yet? Remember, not ours, but the Sportsman map. Remember how you won those?
Yes, they're in I keep those in the Tundra.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, good.
So I keep one in the Tundra, and actually we have a trip planned to the UP over Labor Day, so I plan on taking those along.
Oh, I think they're so helpful. Like they mark everything.
Yeah, and it's sad because I remember carrying those a couple times on. I've seen those in one of the stores. I don't know if it's Meijer. Is it Meijer that they sell?
Yeah,
those?
Probably.
Yeah, and I know that we've done some shopping in the stores, and I put those in the cart and I'll like thumb through them and I dream about it and then I put them back in the store. So now that I have a set, I spend a little more time thumbing through them. So yeah, they're fantastic. But they're in the back seat in the Tundra. I just slip them behind the seat. So yeah.
That is so perfect. Funny. That is awesome.
I might have to do that with ours.
I know it's a great
I mean, we have them sitting with the rest of our maps and stuff.
Yeah, we do. Get out of here, you. My God. But how do you keep coming up with different ways of traveling? Like, are people reaching out to you and say, hey, you should try this?
No.
Or like
I follow like there's one I love to hit national parks, and I don't want to stay in national parks, but I like to hit them all because I feel like if they're a national park, it's because they have been made worthy because there's something that epically beautiful about them. So I feel like it's something you need to visit. Like, isn't a United States citizen, like, we need to go see them. Yes. I don't want to be in the crowd. I don't want to see what the crowd is.
I just got goosebumps.
Because I feel like I'm one of those that if it's important, like it's something we need to go see it, but I don't want to stand there with the crowd. We have the means, just like you guys have the means, because you know how to hike and get around, and you go deeper than most people do because you know how to. So I want to go see this, but I want to find those paths around that area and go explore it. So that's what we're doing is I want to go see those. So I follow those pages, the national park Facebook pages.
Yeah.
And see everybody doing all this, follow their paths and their pages and watch all these things they do while they're doing it. And then it gets me in those areas. And I'm like, my wish list, my to-do list is astronomical. And it almost makes me upset because I don't have enough time in the day to do everything.
True.
And so we just compile this list of wants and where to go, and we just go. We just pick it.
So that's usually what I get tasked with is she'll say, I want to go here, 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 and here. And then I got to try to figure out how to make that
How do we do it? How do we execute it?
All right. Let's see. What's our time frame?
Yeah.
Just
all that stuff.
What time of the season
you want to go? We do it all.
So you have time frame, you have budget. I don't want to camp there. We have to find dispersed camping. We have to find more beautiful places, great places to eat, but then I don't always want to eat out. So
there's a lot of parameters.
Yeah. There's you can't even imagine this. We went over Christmas and New Year's to Alabama, and this was just a camping trip. And she comes to me and she says, I want beach, biking, restaurants, no people, and I want to be somewhere warm.
Whoa.
How am I going to do that between Christmas and New Year's? Oh, by the way, it has to be close to home. Yeah. I don't want to drive that far.
Well, that's just
Northern Indiana.
Nix the island idea.
Yeah.
We found one.
And we found one.
We did.
Right?
We found an island, and it was beautiful.
Right,
it was warm.
And we don't want to drive. And we're driving too, by the way. We're not flying anywhere. So
we found it.
And we found it. It took some time.
You are a miracle worker, Justin.
Yeah, it was that's crazy. And you know what was great about it is we camped in a campground. Like that's totally taboo for overlanders, but sometimes we just do that. Sure. What was great about it is we took a loop in this campground that was all tent because we're self-sufficient, right?
Sure.
We can do that. But every day there was someone new that was self-sufficient that camped with us, and we met some of the most amazing people.
But they were like van life people or tent people like us.
Or truck camper
people. And it was only one or two people besides us in the entire loop. So it wasn't like it was a packed campground because it was off season. So it was very like intimate. Like there's just, you got to have a fire, and then they would mosey over and talk and get to know them, and then it would be a new face. We were there for 6 nights. Mm-hmm. So we got to meet a lot of neat people.
Yep.
So
I love
really
it.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, that was fun.
And you got everything checked off on your list here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that one again, but we'll try. I don't know.
Right? Oh no, that was really. Oh no, be up at the ante next time.
Yeah.
So this is another way that you guys have traveled, which I have never seen like this before.
Yes.
This was really, really, really cool. And I think was a rental too.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So tell us about this one.
That's a pretty sweet looking rig.
Honestly, that was another really fun trip. That was a hard one to beat, I thought.
Okay.
The rental was less than mediocre, but the trip in itself was amazing, but we did the rental because we knew we were going to upgrade from our rooftop tent for something different, and we didn't want to rent a rooftop tent vehicle. We wanted something different, so that way we knew what we would want to change or do differently. And so we tried this, and it was not all what we thought it would be, so we made the best of it. But it got us out there to do everything we wanted, and the trip was epic.
So essentially, like most of us, we get a few weeks vacation, right? So you're always trying to squeeze in as much as you can. And so we decided on this trip, instead of spending a couple of days coming from Indiana out west
to Utah,
and which is our destination, you'd spend a couple of days driving out, a couple of days driving home. You're cutting into a lot of your time.
Sure.
So we said, let's just fly. Let's fly, and then we'll just rent something. Yeah. And then we have all this extra time to where we don't have to, we're not cutting into a vacation. We could get an extra 4, maybe 5 days. So we started to crunch the numbers and said, if we fly and then rent a vehicle, essentially what we're going to have in fuel to drive out and the time that we're saving, this makes good sense. And what's cool about it is we could try a vehicle that we may. I mean, just a background. This is a Kaya camper. This is a Kaya camper made by Alucab. This camper runs close to between $30,000 and $40,000, something like that. This for most of us is probably not in our wheelhouse. This is probably something most of us are not gonna just jump on board and buy. So we're like, let's just try it. Let's have some fun and try something completely different that maybe we're just not gonna jump on board and buy. And it was fun. It was not, we discovered at the end of the week, this is not something we would buy, but we had a blast using it. So,
it had everything we needed in it. So, I mean,
it had shower, it had a little kitchenette in it, it had a dinette, I mean, sleeping quarters, it had everything, but and it got us around everywhere we needed to go. It really did. It slept pretty comfortably. There was just some things that we felt like it was a little lacking, but I mean, ultimately, it did not ruin our trip at all. Like, we had an absolute blast.
I think it's a great thing to do.
Almost
That's very wise.
Looks at it's got like a military Humvee look on the back with with the pop up of the tent or the clamshell.
Yeah. Super simple to set up. Like it took no time at all to set the thing up and to go to bed. And if you rolled into camp late, it was really easy to set up. So
very cool. And this was in Utah, right? You said?
Yeah. We flew into Vegas. Flew into Vegas, picked this up in Vegas. The rental company brought it right to us. Went through all of the functions and features of it, and then we left Vegas and basically did a gigantic loop through Utah and northern Arizona.
Crazy.
Yeah, we hit all the parks, went all the way over to Moab, and then came back down the upper part of Arizona, Grand Canyon, and came back into Vegas when we were done.
Right.
That is a brilliant idea.
I think you guys went through
Zion,
if I remember serving.
Right.
Zion was that was the only place I said I knew we wanted to go. The Narrows was it.
That was it? Okay, because there's so much hiking there, right?
Yes, we spent 2 days there.
Two nights there.
So that was the only thing we had reserved. After that, it was, where do you want to go?
Right.
And we picked it, and we went on a whim. We didn't have any reservation. We could have, so Zion was our first destination because we picked those first. When we picked our truck up, we had to make it there to check in to that campground. After those 2 days, we could have turned and burned and went to California. And that was because I really want to go to Yosemite too. But with everything being so crowded, it was like, do you go or not? Because it was really crowded and they had a voucher system over there. Or do we keep going through Utah? So it was kind of like we waited till we got to Zion to decide what we were going to do. And we just flipped a coin and said, nope, let's keep going. So then we just kept driving.
So with that being said, this is what was interesting. So you always hear these nightmares, right? Especially the last couple of years about these national parks. And I know maybe someone's experience has been terrible. Ours?
We had no lines in any of those parks. Like the Narrows, we got up that morning and there was like maybe a half a dozen people at the bus stop. We sat at the bus stop on the way back by ourselves. We literally recorded it like, here we are at the bus stop. Nobody's
here. Yeah.
And so it a few days later, people are posting on our national park pages that they're just livid because the lines were atrocious and they were there before the sun rose, and they were like, what do you do? How do you get through these lines? And I'm like, I don't know what happened to us. Yeah, like every park we went to, even Arches now has a voucher system, a time system. You have to. We were just through there the other day, just passed by the entrance of Arches, and the line at 6 o'clock at night still was halfway down the road to get into Arches National Park. And I'm like, we drove right through there.
It took us 10 minutes to get through the Arches line.
And that wasn't not even a line. It was because we stopped to go through and get my stamp and do all my stuff, and then we just freely drove right through.
Yeah. Wow.
So
how was the water levels through the Narrows? Did you guys did you guys have to go in through the like the chest deep water hiking?
So we hiked 3 miles.
It was about a mile to the starting point.
Yeah, 3 miles.
Yeah, and then we turned around, and we just did that because I kept getting pebbles in my shoes, and my shoes that was hurting my feet. So I was like, okay, we're because we have to turn around and come back, and I don't want aching blisters to where it hurts my feet, because we still have all the rest of the week to do a lot of hiking.
Right.
So we walked until we're done, but the backpacks, we'd have to lift them up to good chest level, and we didn't want to get our bags saturated and wet.
Sure.
So we chose not to go any further, and I think you could have went further to get it a little bit deeper, but I don't think it would have got ever much deeper than chest level.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was fun. I mean, we got in there at least waist deep. And like I said, so the first mile to get into the Narrows, to get to the point where you're basically in the water, is about a mile. And then we hiked another 2 miles up in through the Narrows. And then we just we were starting to get into that waist deep water. And then we decided to just turn around and go back.
But you got to go deeper. The first mile is where most people are, and they're all there for their glamour shots. That's where most people only make it.
Yeah, right.
They don't want to spend the money. Rent the shoes. Those rubber socks that they give you in those shoes are a lifesaver on your feet for those rocks. Those rocks underneath the water are treacherous.
So
just rent them. They're not that expensive. They highly recommend it. Everybody you talk to, and that wooden stick. Don't take your own hiking stick, because you'll break your hiking sticks. So we rented them. It's not that expensive. Yeah. And we walk. Once you get past that mile, we really felt like we were in our own little world. Like you could stop and take as many pictures as you want, and you didn't have a crowd in your picture.
Yep.
So go past that first mile of the Narrows, and then you really have all the space you want. Beautiful pictures. I mean, it was perfect, and I would do it all over again.
For sure. Honey, can I have the Michelle's Guide to National Parks for Christmas, please?
Let's go.
I'll put a word in for you.
I feel like I just got goosebumps again. Girl, you need to write this down. Holy, or maybe not. I don't know. Don't tell anybody. Shush.
Oh, I know the Etsy shop waiting to happen.
You are that is brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. But you guys aren't driving that now. You guys aren't using that thing because you rented that, right? So
we totally rented that. Yeah.
You're back to your Tundra.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then what do you have now? You've got this.
Which you just got back from Expedition Outfitters not that long ago.
Well,
yeah. Well, actually, for both vehicles, so the Jeep needed a little work. It just needed a few little upgrades, and then the Tundra, it was up there for some.
I insulted it and told him it looked like it was a little grandpa, so he put a little lift on it.
So I don't think I've even posted it.
I said it's the full road camper, and it looks a little like
So I haven't even posted any pictures on the Instagram of the Tundra after spending full expedition. So she's.
It looks really nice right now. It looks like a rig, man, and it has sat in the driveway.
Yeah, it pretty much just fits.
So funny. You're kidding me.
It'll hit the trail soon.
Yeah.
So what's this one here that you are utilizing now?
Okay, so this is the Tundra. So this is a 4-wheel camper. Michelle and I ordered it. So we ordered this in October of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we received. Is that right?
Yeah, because right after, we had the tent. No, we had the tent in August.
No, we received this. We received this in October of 2021. We had ordered this almost a year earlier.
So we had the tent, and within 3 months after the tent, we placed an order for the camper in November, because we got the tent to go on the August trip, and then November came and we placed the order for this, knowing it would be a year before we get it. So we knew we would have the tent for an entire year. And we were going to keep the tent and put it on a trailer or something, or the kids, maybe, because my son, he's 20, we thought maybe he'll put it on his Jeep or something like that. we just thought, well, it's paid for. We'll keep it and somewhere we'll use it. But then it just didn't turn out. Everybody was like, we had someone come to us and they said they wanted it. So we sold it because we had this and we just didn't need stuff laying around. So this is what we have now currently on it.
Yeah. So this we bought this set as a shell with just a few little things on the inside. And so basically we ordered this with it's got basically a heater was the only thing that really it had. So it has a furnace in it, an LP furnace.
Okay.
We ordered a few little extra things in it, but not really anything spectacular. So a shell model for a 4-wheel camper is it doesn't have any water. It doesn't have, it's got some electric on the inside with lights and those things, but it's not fully kitted out. So it doesn't have a kitchen with a sink or stove or anything like that. So it's just basically a shell so you can build it out the way you want to.
Okay. I think it's great.
Yeah, that's a pretty sharp looking tire swing y'all got there.
Yes.
That named Jeremy.
Yeah. So
it looks awfully familiar.
It looks familiar.
So that thing is great. So y'all must really recognize this. So I love what you guys were doing, and Michelle and I knew when we ordered the camper we wanted to do something, and when I seen that Jeremy from New Holland was doing this, I'm like, I gotta get one. I gotta get one and do one, right? So because we didn't do a kitchen in the inside of the camper, I knew I wanted a swing out with some sort of kitchen, right? Just a table so we could put a stove on, those kind of things. And then when I seen y'all's on the back of Jack, I'm like, we got to get one of those. So I placed my order, and we couldn't be happier. It's fantastic. That thing's probably got, if I'm guessing, it's probably got 10 to 15,000 miles on it now. And we've had a bike rack on it. We've had, we use it for cooking. It's been to Alabama. It's been up north. It's been out east. It's been all over the place on the back of that time. So
it's great. I love your concept of the fact that you have that nice little addition on the back side of it where you have that molly panel where you have your hosing for your fresh water and your LP tank. I say that's a really sharp little idea.
That's a good idea. What kind of bike rack did you guys get for this one?
So we got a couple that we use, right?
Yeah. Okay. It depends on what we're doing. So I like the one that I have one because I use it on my Jeep that clamps on the tire itself.
Oh,
hangs on it, and we can put 2 bikes on it, but it doesn't. That doesn't hold our mountain bikes, so that's just our road bikes.
Okay.
And then the one for our
and then we've got one for the mountain bikes. We have a Kuwait. I don't know.
No. It starts. I know what you're. K something.
Yeah,
oh my gosh!
Okay, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's like 4 or 5 letters.
It's super good quality. We use that one for our mountain bikes because it just kind of plugs into the hitch receiver and it works really well for that.
So we put a hitch receiver hole on there for us.
Right, because we're looking for a bike rack right now for ours too. And after here, Tangent Trails wants to say, "Hey, very nice. What's one of those weigh?"
I don't know what that.
The tire carrier or the bike rack?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Well, that would depend on the size of the tire.
Yeah, our tire is pretty heavy. So we had to put a leg on the end of this. When you swing it open and we use it, we drop down this pole and we put that down. So at the very end, you can see a little turn knob and an aluminum pole.
We just talked about that.
Yeah, because when we're cooking or we're pumping on that water, the whole thing kind of moves because it's still so we add
bouncy.
Right. Yeah. It's a great stabilizer. I mean, you have a little bit of bounce, but but anyways, your bike rack's called a quat.
Quat. Yes. There you go.
K-U-A-T. Yeah. Notice that there. Yeah. K-U-A-T.
But like Motley Crue, you.
Oh, there you go.
The umlaut.
Yeah. Quat.
Right. So where have you guys been recently? Wait a minute. You were in Texas. Can we put this picture?
Texas, and then we were home for a couple of days, and then we drove.
No. We went to Texas over. So we went to Texas over Thanksgiving last year down to Big Bend.
Yeah.
And is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
But we were just in Texas again.
Right, but I have to show this picture because I have never heard of this place before.
Okay,
and I'm just like, I was like, shut up.
Oh,
that's
there you go.
Another national park.
Yeah. I know, I'm obsessed.
Imagine that.
I'm shocked.
I think we hit 5 national parks that week. We did 7 days, and we hit 5 national parks.
Are you ready for this, John? I'm telling you this. So this is another one of those.
I think it made his head hurt.
This one she made my head hurt. So she says, if we've got a couple extra vacation days, we can take all of Thanksgiving off and we can go adventuring. Okay, I'm game for that. Where do you want to go? She says, let's go to Texas. Let's go all the way down to Big Bend.
Which is the bottom of Texas.
Let's do that because we can go down there. We can do this first camp in the national park and we can do some adventuring, some hiking, right? Well, she looks at the map. That's a mistake. Don't ever show her the map, right? Because now she sees,
it's right there.
Yeah. Don't show her the map because now what she's done is she's discovered that, well, there's
a park
four other national parks that are in a few hundred miles of the vicinity of the Big Bend, right? So 3,800 miles later, we had hit basically, I think 4
and we
national
hiked
parks.
Them all.
I know, beautiful.
Oh, man.
Like stunning.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah,
and it's huge.
I can just imagine what the gas tank.
Yeah, but we're having fun.
Those are minor details.
Exactly.
We live for adventure. You plan for that.
Michelle's my new best friend.
Yeah.
Honey, how's that second part-time job coming? You got to pay for the gas.
We don't worry about those things.
We eat a lot of bologna sandwiches on the road. I can tell you that much.
I love it.
So our kids, my daughter has went on these adventures, and I think the last couple we've taken her on, they sit back sometimes at home and they're like, oh, must be nice you're out adventuring, thinking that we're hoteling it and fine dining. Well, we've taken her on the last couple and she's like, what are we having for dinner? Hot dogs, lunch meat, bologna, whatever, like I think reality's hit in. Like we're doing this on a budget, so we can do this, and we're not out eating steak dinner every night. This is what you do, so you can go do this. Like it's fun, it's campy, and it's quick, easy meals, and we go and have a great time.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
what's your question? Go ahead.
So that week we hit Big Bend, Guadalupe Mountains, White Sands.
Carlsbad
Caverns, and then we stopped at St. Louis Arch, which we'd never been.
And we did some of the Route 66 has a passport book too now, I found out, so we had to hit some of those.
Check. So is it like a little stamp book kind of thing?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
You can start over.
I do like that.
Oh, that's cool. And
so, there's a lot of great things on Route 66, and they don't always get a stamp, but there's a lot of historic.
And 3 state parks, which by the way were almost as good as the national parks.
Yeah.
Now is the route the Route 66 you were on, is it the original route or is it
you cross
some of it is I mean some of it you're kind of paralleling, but some of it because some of the parts of the original Route 66 is not so good to drive on. We've driven it and it's not really that great, so because it's kind of rough, it's kind of rough, but some of it you parallel it and it's pretty nice to just parallel it.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to. We both have the desire to go from the entire length someday and start at Chicago and end in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
But someday we've traveled the one section a lot, going back and forth to St. Louis and stuff like that. And we've had a lot of fun destinations on that section. So to get past that point would be really good.
Okay. Well, Tony and Jamie, they just said, I know they've done the Route 66 trip too, but they just got back from a 5,600 mile trip.
Oh my!
Which is crazy. And then Jerry from Tangent Trail says it was the weight of the camper he was looking at.
Oh. Okay, so the 4-wheel camper originally was 886 pounds. That's what it weighed in at directly from the factory. We have since added an awning. It's got a 270 awning on it from Overland Vehicle Solutions.
Shower.
And we added a shower tent, and which probably doesn't weigh that much, the shower tent. And then I also added, and you can check out our YouTube channel. It shows you how we did it. But I love the front dinette in the 4-wheel camper, but I didn't like how wide they were in there. And because ours is so short, I made my own. And it's got some great storage in it. And so we put a front dinette in it, which probably, I think we weighed that in. It was probably right around 80, 90 pounds or something like that by the time we were done. So
I recall that video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we also added a battery management system with Red Arc and with the new lithium battery and all that. So, which doesn't really equate to a whole lot once you take the bigger battery out of it. So if I'm guessing, it's probably less than 1,100 pounds probably at this point.
Okay.
With the way it's set up without any gear, of course, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you mentioned that you upgraded with the Red Arc and going with the lithium battery. Is there a concern when you go winter camping that the lithiums will get cold compared to like doing
So here's what I've learned about lithium. What I've learned about lithium is this: you can discharge a lithium battery. We bought a Battleborn, so I bought a pretty good quality battery.
Yep.
What I've learned about it is you can discharge a lithium battery. What you can't do is charge it. So what I do is in our camper we have I have a breaker basically that I can just click the breaker and it turns off. So I charge my lithium battery to 100% when the Tundra just sits in the driveway, even in the coldest, so that my Battleborn battery can be stored at, I think, down to a negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right.
So it just sits in the driveway, which that's pretty cold. I mean, honestly, and because it sits inside the camper, so even inside the camper, it could be really cold outside, but even inside the camper, that's pretty cold. Negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit on the inside of the camper at 100% being stored. If we want to go camping, all I do is I go out and flip the breaker on for that when we get to camp. I already know it's at 100%. And then I turn the furnace on the inside, bring the battery to temperature. Now, the battery management system from Red Arc is so incredibly smart that it knows when the battery is at the proper temperature to where it can take a charge again. So it will allow me to discharge the battery to use the furnace to bring the battery up to temperature. And then the next day, if I want to use the truck to charge the battery from any loss that we may have had, or to use the solar, we can do that. And then we're good. I don't have any problems with that.
So is it like charging when you're driving?
It does, but I've also got a breaker under the hood that I can just push the button, disconnect that. So if we're driving in the winter and I don't want the truck to charge that battery, I can disconnect that for one safety measure. But the battery management system is so incredibly smart that it knows that the battery is not at the proper temperature to charge that battery, and it will not allow my truck to charge it.
Wow, that's a really intelligent controller.
That's a very good.
It's very intelligent. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of sort of why I chose that over some of the others, is just because it is incredibly intelligent, and it's great because it's Bluetooth. So if I have the monitor in the back, and then I can have my phone inside the truck, and I could just turn that on, and it tells me right what everything is doing. Mm-hmm. So
it's like an app on your phone or something.
Yeah, just an app on my phone. It tells me what's
like charging it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be like your fridge. If you have one of those. Mm-hmm.
Right. That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty smart.
I know.
We don't have a whole lot of room in Jack for that.
Not yet.
It's small.
It's still cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, hang on.
Well, another question?
Jerry, what did Jerry say? Hang on. What was the name of that controller?
Oh, the
Red Arc?
The Red Arc. So we have the Manager 30.
Manager 30.
And I use, so the Manager 30, we started out with the Manager 30, and you can do that. Then we opted to do the Red Vision monitor. The Red Vision can even be upgraded even further, but we did just the Red Vision monitor, so we could do the Bluetooth portion of it. But the Red Vision goes even further beyond that to where you can connect battery or connect lights and just all kinds of different things, and you can control that via your phone from the app as well. But we haven't went in that far in depth yet, but I wanted the Bluetooth capabilities. So
it is a nice feature.
I agree. Yeah. No, I think it's amazing. Mm-hmm. So how did you come up with Misplaced Overland?
Well, we see things different when we hike. So there was a few times, and his mom was actually with us on the one. We were down in the Mammoth Cave area.
Okay.
We were hiking, and we took a trail. And we took off on the trail, took a picture of the sign, but for some reason we walked past that and ended up walking on the horse path, not the human path.
Okay.
We ended up walking what seemed like for hours on the wrong path, and no service. And I mean, we were getting tired. And our kids were much younger at the time. And I'm like, I'm so mad. Like, we're so lost, down hills, up hills, Mammoth Caves area. It's very hilly out there in Kentucky.
Sure.
And I'm like, we're lost. I'm like, and I was to the point where I was so mad. I'm like, I'm going to find a match and burn this forest down, and they'll find us because they're so good. He's like, we're not lost. We're just misplaced. That's what he kept always telling me. We're just misplaced.
Oh.
And his mom was getting a little even at the end of this. Like, she was tired of going up and down the hills.
Sure.
So every time ever since then, and when we get turned around and he's like, we're not lost, we're just misplaced. So that's where he took that from, because I would always tell him, you're lost, and he's like, I'm just misplaced.
It's like the positive twist on being lost.
That's right. I try not to be negative about it.
Right.
So his mom bought him a compass for Christmas one year, thinking, here, now you've got a compass because your cell phone service didn't work. This will work.
Yeah.
But we did find our way out. We found a path that opened up like a dirt road, and we followed it down, and it took us out to a road, and we got back. It was a long day.
There you go. Awesome. Name is original. Name origin. Love it.
Yep.
So good. So how many national? Okay, wait a minute. I got to go back to the White Sands National Park.
Yeah. Okay.
I had never even heard of that before.
Yeah. That's in New Mexico.
Can you camp there?
No.
They used to have camping, but there's camping out. I mean, it's not far from it. There's a lot of areas you can camp. So we found some beautiful places not far, because we went there and then left, but within 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, give or take, we were camping in a beautiful place.
We actually stayed at a state park. That was one of the ones that was beautiful. We do a lot of that just because it's easy to reserve, because I just never know what we're going to be able to find.
Right. Yeah, that is true.
But we just did that. It was really easy. You could shower and clean up, and
we didn't have our shower on this unit because we just got that 2 weeks prior to leaving. It came in, and I was like, I don't want to miss out on that a week of vacation. You know, and I was like, we got to go. And so here he is in 20 degrees trying to wire this camper quick, because he's like, my wife wants to go. We're going. And so we didn't have a shower set up in it or nothing yet. And he's like, we're going. And so he made sure we just stayed at not campgrounds, but places where they had vault toilets or something, or a shower. And most of those state parks down there, they actually provide shower houses. I mean, they got Texas, unlike our state parks in Michigan, they down there have some amazing state parks. Texas really steps up theirs down there.
Yeah, they were really nice.
New Mexico.
And because it was warmer weather, even over Thanksgiving, everything was still open.
Yeah.
So, you know, they had showers and those kind of things open, so you can still use the shower houses and things. So it was really nice.
Very nice.
How many state or national parks have you been to?
You know what? We've counted.
Last year we did 12.
Yeah, just last year.
Just last year.
Holy smokes.
I actually made a calendar and gave it away to everybody at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And I took a picture from each one of them and gave each one a.
I love that idea.
Yeah. So all the things you do, you should do that with your hiking and stuff every season.
We've already visited. How many have we done this year?
We've only done, there's a lot of national parks, but there's also national monuments, national
shorelines, everything.
Yeah. And so a lot of the places we've done, just because of his work has changed this year. So his work has got us traveling a lot. And so that is kind of got us in areas where we're seeing national monuments, national park. They're not national parks as much. So I'm trying to get closer to national parks, but we're going to have to be a little more like strategically planning those this year. I think it's gonna be a little harder because it wasn't like before where we just picked a week of vacation and went, which we'll do that here towards the end of the year. But the beginning of the year, it's been really hectic for us just doing his work.
Right.
But I would say we're between 20 and 30. I'd have to count.
That's amazing.
Just had my book out on our trip back from Baja, Mexico this week, and I tried to count it, and I didn't finish counting them, to be honest with you.
Oh, geez. So, what's your next trip?
Or
they just got back from one.
Doesn't matter. We're going.
Well,
maybe
trip will be Oregon in a couple weeks.
Well, so
Oregon
with work. So with work, we'll be at all the Overland expos. So. With work, and then of course with work, when you get to go to all the Overland expos, you try to spend a little bit of time in that particular area, especially if you've never been there. So because we've never been to the Pacific Northwest, we're going to try to do a little bit of adventuring up there. I don't know what we're going to do. I haven't planned anything just yet, but we're going to try to do some adventuring up in Oregon or in Washington area. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like just yet, but we have a couple things. I'm going down next weekend down to the Big Iron Overland,
Kansas.
In Kansas. I'm going to go shoot down there and go do some camping and that kind of thing down there. But But the big one, probably next big show will be probably our next big trip will be up there.
We have a business that we run in the summer here, that Hawaiian shave ice. So I'm going to stay because we're pretty busy June and July, but I am taking off and I'm going to go with him because, I mean, it's his job, but I get to ride along and I'm.
You just live right up there, Michelle. I love it.
What do you do for your job that allows you to go to all these overland?
Well, I mean, so I'm just involved in an overland truck bed company, and it's fantastic. So it's Skinny Guy Campers. So I'm not going to get too depth in that, but if anybody wants to check it out, check it out. So
that's awesome.
But if anybody sees me at the show, hit me up about it, and I'll be happy to show it to you. But
that's really cool.
It's been a lot of fun. It's an Indiana-based company, and some friends of mine, a good friend of mine owns it, and I've got to know a lot of the guys that work there, and I've had an absolute blast selling this. We've been able to use one the last couple of trips, which we've had a lot of fun.
Some pictures on our last trip. We just got home and it was amazing. We just spent a week in Baja and a week in Arizona at the show, and Baja, California, down in Mexico was amazing. Yeah. And there you can rent a vehicle and go down there and do as well. And I would tell anybody to do it. It is cheaper than the cruise, better than the cruise. The accommodations is better than the cruise. Hands down, all the way around. If you guys are looking for an adventure,
you will catch me on a boat.
Well, then there you go. You need to go down.
We're good that way then. Wow, that is amazing.
It was so much fun. And
then you guys are also, tell us about the Overland bound community.
Overland bound?
Yeah.
So, and it's funny, so when we were out to the show, I tried to actually bump into, and they were so busy. Yeah. So we're part of Overland Bound. Michelle and I have been members for the last 2 or 3 years. I'm not super active in that group, but I love this group. So I joined this group about 3 or 4 years ago, and I just love the way they network, and they actually have an app where you can kind of get out there and network with others, kind of look after each other. And it's a lot of fun. This was actually started by a gentleman and his wife out in, I believe they live in California. Michael.
Michael,
actually, we tried to actually meet them in this last show we were at, and they were there. They were one of the featured vehicles at the show.
Oh, cool!
They were so busy at this show, so it's so hard to just kind of bump into them. But it's a really great group of people, and it's fun because as you travel around, you kind of wear this little badge of honor on the back of all your vehicles. And when you're out and about, people kind of recognize it and they see it, and it's really neat because you have kind of this band of individuals that wear that same badge all over the country. So
because you get your own little number.
Right.
And people just kind of recognize you. So you feel like you've got this little badge of honor all across the country.
Like a little brotherhood kind of thing.
A little brotherhood thing, and it's really cool. So
Dan and Rose from Blue Water Overland, they're members too.
Yeah, and that's really cool.
Yeah, you guys should join.
I know. Honestly, we didn't really know too much about it.
I looked into it, and I said, I looked at those two, and I was like, okay, what's the catch?
So, but everyone really seems to love it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then you guys need to come out to Expo East in October and camp, and the things you will see and learn, you will blow your mind.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
Where's Expo East?
So Expo East happens in Virginia.
And you can do it on a weekend. We drove out after work on a Friday. You're gonna be tired when you get out there.
Sure.
Set the stuff up, and then we had a blast and drove home on a Sunday.
Yeah.
It is so much fun to camp there at the expo because they let you camp right at the expo. The expo closes at 5. If you're a camper there, you get to stay. They have music and dinner and everything else going on throughout the evening there, and the field is full of nothing but overlanders. And you just walk and mingle and learn, and you get to talk to everybody and learn.
Any Subarus out there?
You'll have to
everything you could imagine that can be built.
There's Subarus. There's Subarus camped next to Earth Roamers out there.
There you go.
Well, that looks like David and Goliath.
yeah, David and Goliath.
Aww. Well, send us the details on that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We'll be there. He will be there as a vendor, and we'll be camping there. It is really, really good time. Fun. That was our trip last year.
Last year we were there, we camped, and we were eating dinner, and this gentleman across the way got out his kilt and played his bagpipe for dinner.
It was a sunset.
It was,
and I'm just like,
unreal.
You would love that.
It was,
Oh,
I had to record it. It was. He played like 3 songs.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the coolest things to be serenaded by this guy. And then all of a sudden, you could hear all over this camp, this camping area, just this huge applaud from all over the camping area as this guy plays. It was amazing. Yeah. It was amazing.
Was his kilt red or green?
It was green. It was green.
Irish.
Yeah.
He's Irish.
Maybe there's Scottish greens though too, honey.
There is true. That's
yeah,
true.
there are. That was awesome.
Yeah,
so you guys just hit some numbers on YouTube, which is exciting. So tell everybody how they can find Misplaced.
Yeah, you just 500 subscribers.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can find us on YouTube, Misplaced Overland. We also post quite a little bit on Instagram and YouTube. I mean, Instagram and Facebook. I, like most of us, right, we always have a little bit of fun just doing all 3 of those. I try to do it as often as I can, but it's,
it's hard.
It is. It's so hard to do
in the summer more than anything, just because we are busier now with our side business and his work right now. So it's been kind of slow. He's just been posting some pictures and stuff, but it's got content.
There's some content there. It's not always the best content, but there's content nonetheless. So.
And we did
that. Yeah. And then sometimes you don't even have signal anyways when you want to post it. It's like a week out by the time you post a picture,
Yeah.
Oh,
but it's fun. You know what? It's more for me. It's just a network thing. It's just a way for people to find us and just like you guys, just to keep in touch, right? So
absolutely.
You can comment and see what everybody's up to, and that's what I like about it. I mean, if I reach an X amount of followers, great. I love that, but it's more about just being able to network. So that's what I love about it.
Fair enough. I think, John, you're going to put their stuff on the...
Yep, I just put the YouTube, Instagram, and the Facebook. Skinny Guy Camper link on there as well, so you guys can check out campers.
Good. Perfect.
And that's what honestly, that's been our adventures lately is in the Skinny Guy, because he's been doing so much with our work, and it's really a great product. We've enjoyed that a lot, so that's definitely worth checking out too. So...
I don't think it'll fit in the hatch of a Subaru.
No,
I mean we might be able to make something
we can have Jeremy build an extender or something.
We got plans. We got stuff going on. Come on,
way, Johnny.
You know what though? I don't want you to get too cush because these things are pretty nice. You get too used to that, you wouldn't want to go hiking or anything like that.
When there's feet in a flushing toilet and a shower, Colleen.
Whoa!
It's pretty crazy. It's like a super 8 on wheels, really. So
she's got a couple trekking poles, a towel, and a shovel. What more should she need?
Get out of here, you! Oh my God.
That's fancy.
Oh, it is fancy. I know. Oh
my God. I watch you guys pack up your backpacks and you go out, and that is on our bucket list. Like, we gotta hook up with you guys and go and do the camp. Like your island trip.
You won't make it 2 miles with me though, because I'm just a day hiker. 2 miles and I'm wheezing. So
well, just think of it. So I mean, being a day hiker, you just have to hike from one camp to the next. That's
there you go.
That's your 1 day hike. That's right.
But we really do. We've talked about this, and it's like, man, we want to go do that. We want to camp and do the adventure camping where it's backpacked and camp out there on the trail. And we've talked about this.
Yeah.
And so again, it's a park too. The island that you went in. I'm like,
the Isle Royale.
Yeah. I'm like, I have to.
Yeah.
And you guys went and did it, and I was like so bummed. He showed me your video. I was like, are you kidding me?
I was like, which we have to finish.
We have to finish the videos. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Episode 3.
Oh.
But I mean, if anything, that'd be an epic trip for you, because the fact of the wildlife on there, which we did see a moose.
Yeah, we did.
So
we saw lots of good stuff.
The fact of the island, of that being the least visited national park of all the national parks in the United States, but it is the most revisited national park of all the national parks.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
so
it's pretty cool.
We was it day 4, 5, day 4 or 5. We were at Daisy Farms campground. We were sitting out on the pier, just chatting with just a bunch of regular hikers there. One guy was there. It was his 38th time, and another gentleman was there. It was his 13th time.
Wow!
And the gentleman that was there, it was his 38th time. He's seen 24 moose and 8 wolves of all those visits.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So But definitely, I feel like we need to get together anyways, whether it's hiking or camping or just sit around the campfire, whatever that is. So
absolutely.
When you guys get less busy and, you know, and when we get less busy,
June and July have to pass, and that's when that's
done. That's perfect.
Well, we can make it a date to go out to the Expo East thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's in October, right?
We gotta squeeze something in there before then, right?
Yeah, 100% we will. Absolutely. Actually, we're good. August,
September shot.
So we don't know. There's stuff going on. We don't know what's happening yet. We got to figure it out. Anyways, you guys were amazing. I'm so glad that we got to end our show with you two. Yeah. And we'd actually wanted to have you on earlier, and I think timing and busy and national parks got in the way and everything else, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad it turned out to be a great night chatting with you.
Oh yeah.
We had a lot of giggles going on here. I like it.
Of course.
Oh my gosh, so good. So stick around. First of all, wait a minute, everybody, go check out. Justin and Michelle.
Everything is in the chat.
Misplaced, not lost, Overland. Which I just love that. And earlier in there, Jerry from Tangent Trail said he actually goes to get lost. That's what he likes to do. So.
I mean, that is why we all try to get lost.
That's right.
Not really lost, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Get lost from everything, but not really lost.
Well, you guys have been awesome. So stick around.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna drop you down the basement, so we gotta do our little outro.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, you guys. We appreciate it.
You're Absolutely. So welcome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Giggle Fest is right.
Oh my gosh, I love when that happened. Okay, hang on a minute.
Chucklesworth over here.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Hang on a minute.
What are you doing?
I just want to put something else up there.
What do you want to put up there?
Go back to the comments. I just want to
comments.
And Doc, thank you. He just had a very good discussion and wonderful pictures. Thank you.
Yeah,
I love it.
Awesome show. Great season finale.
Whoop, whoop. I know. So, our level just snuck in.
Yeah.
Hello. We're going to see you on Saturday.
Thanks, Joel.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks everybody for our backcountry couples for 42 of them. Season one. I think what we're going to do, we're going to do a bit of a recap. We're going to kind of put something together. We can do a little snippet of each of the chit chats that we had with everybody, kind of a highlight maybe.
We can make like a spoof reel.
I don't know, but something like that. Thanks to all of our friends that have showed up every week.
Yeah.
And we've met some really cool people. Like obviously some of our backcountry couples that we had not met. All
of our modalities.
Yeah.
Paddle, trek, camp, overland.
Right. And then all the new people we've met in the chat, right, that have, chimed in, had great suggestions, good comments,
great questions.
Yeah, and thanks for sharing this out, week after week. But
hey,
thanks to Mickwick again. Right. So Patrick and his team.
It's time for a giveaway.
I know. So, all right. I don't know how to do this, but John feels.
It's very simple. So everybody that's in the chat.
Okay.
Really, really super, super easy. Use the word hashtag or #, as people are actually supposed to say it.
Yeah.
Mickwick.
Hashtag Mickwick.
Mickwick. Here, I'll put it up here so you know how to spell it right, because it has to be spelt right. Well, minus the fires.com. So put in hashtag Mickwick in the chat.
Okay.
And we will wait a couple minutes.
Okay.
So everybody gets a chance, because I can see exactly how many are watching, and I'll give you that many entries into the system.
Okay. So that's to get the t-shirts, all the Mickwicks, stickers, and then either a KK, I was gonna say beanie. You got me saying beanie too, or a trucker hat. But you know what? We're also, stick around and hang out with us too. Watch our Instagram. We've got lots going on this summer, which is really, really exciting.
Mm-hmm.
We've got, John just said to Michelle and Justin, hey, you guys just got back from a trip, but we just got back on Monday and we're leaving on Sunday again. So once again, it looks like an outdoor store threw up in our living room here.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah,
it looks like Moose Jaw just dropped the load.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a little video of that too. It's pretty wild in there. So we're packing for 4 people to go away for 4 days. So
3 days, 4 nights.
Yeah,
in the park.
And it's just it's not a crazy big trip. It's just a trip to get out and get on the water, paddle a little bit, and yeah, hopefully who's that? Matt, nice, very cool. Well, thanks. We're getting there. They're slowly populating.
Yep.
Right. And the other thing I was going to say too is any Canadians in the house, we've changed our plan for the Wednesday. I know we had said we were going to go to Muskoka Brewery, but we're actually going to go to Huntsville and go to Lake of Bays Brewery this time. Tux Ventures. Do hashtag Mickwick, and it's an opportunity because we got a little Mickwick giveaway in here. Okay, so make sure you do that.
Yes, use hashtag.
Yeah.
#, whatever you want to say.
Right, and we got them in. Did I get it? Did we see Tony and Jamie?
No.
Are they in there yet?
Troy's in there.
Oh yeah, there's Tony and Jamie. See them now.
They're
okay,
there.
good.
There's Troy, Joel, our level,
Doug.
Yep, Girl Plus Doug.
Any more people? It takes a minute to get it going here for some reason on this.
I just want to make sure everybody gets a chance to enter in.
Right,
so,
right.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Chuck's got it in.
30 more seconds.
All right, let's do that. And then
what?
Then what I was going to say, I just want everybody to kind of keep in touch, right?
Hashtag
Mickwick for a Mickwick. Here we go. Win stacks. What? Jerry? No. Yeah, you're gonna win snacks on outside comfort zones live stream. That's what he should be giving away. He should be giving away snacks on his.
And in the book of dad jokes.
And the book of dad jokes. I know. See, I feel like we got a book of dad jokes. We're gonna have Michelle's national park book, right?
Okay. All right. 30 seconds.
All right. Do you think you got it, honey?
I think so. We'll find out. All right. So start collecting. And we have 13 entries.
Okay.
So let's do a draw. Let me see if I can.
Can you do like a double screen, honey?
Hold on. Let me see here. And go to here. Oops, not that one. Yeah, I love doing stuff on the fly. Don't you just love live TV? Yeah, I do too. Screen share. Where? Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I feel this is crazy.
Dang.
Any more other entries? No, we're good. Okay.
Dang kids, I'm telling you.
Share screen.
And window,
this is not my department, but
and then this one.
Oh.
Oh, that's not what I want.
Oh, it's not what you want, honey. Share the other screen.
Right.
Oh, there you go. Our level, lucky 13. I like that. Maybe just do it, honey.
Right. Give me a second. I'm quick. I'm quick.
Oh, geez. Destined to win. Hang on. Hashtag Mickwick.
Hashtag #.
I know. Outside comfort zone. Snack giveaway. I like that. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Oh, brother.
What are you hanging on?
Now there's 18 people. We got to get everybody in there now.
Well, people
keep going. Hashtag Mickwick. Throw it in there.
Yep.
Honey.
Where is my
Sunday night? All the snacks all day long.
Share screen. There we go. Chrome tab. Giveaway tool. Share.
Okay.
Look at that.
Oh,
Who's a smart guy? This guy. All right. Everybody ready? We got 14 entries.
Good.
And
go.
Draw. And the winner is dun dun dun. Tony and Jamie.
Whoop, whoop. There you go. Awesome. Congrats, Tony and Jamie. Oh,
yes.
Well, there you go. And they're Michigan.
Whoop, whoop.
That's right. Whoop, whoop. Well, congratulations. I'm so glad that you two won, which is fabulous, which I think it's Jamie in here. I can never remember, but I think it's Jamie.
Either way, they both won.
Excited. So you have to let us know what you want, hon, if you would like the hat,
trucker cap, or the beanie. So just shoot
and
us.
I kind of feel like we actually have your email, but just shoot us a little message on Insta or something.
Yeah, you have our email address or Instagram message, your address, and what chat you want.
Yes.
And we will get this packed up.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Get excited. Yes.
We'll get it packaged up.
Oh,
so if you get it to us tonight or tomorrow, I'll have it. We can have it packaged up and sent out before we.
We'll set it up before we get out.
Before we run for the border.
Oh, and there you go. Jamie wants the beanie, which is awesome.
Okay.
So, couple things. One is thanks again for watching. Doc, I know you don't always win. We have Christmas time. 6 more months. You can win on that one again. Congratulations. I know, but he always wins at Christmas time. But wait, there's more. That's right, Dustin.
Hurry up.
So just this summer, keep in contact. And if you can think of a backcountry couple, if you are a backcountry couple, if you know a backcountry couple, shoot us a message and then just say, hey, you know what I mean? Like, check these guys out. Be kind of fun. Everybody have a wonderful summer. Everybody have a safe summer. And I hope you have fabulous, fabulous, fabulous trips. And like I said, just keep connected on Insta. And if we have a chance to, get together, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Get out, do more, have more fun, whatever it may be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether you're paddle, trekking, camping, or overlanding.
Perfect. Well said. Awesome.
I could not pick the better outro.
It was perfect again. All right,
y'all. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
And we will see you all on season 2 on the next quest.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.